Hello and welcome. I'm gonna be doing a bit more of Ace Attorney investigation. Got the plane part to finish up. That was weird. My computer started lagging. Um, yeah. Anyways, uh, the portal. Like with the plane part before. Local time. Hope Springs Airport. It landed. Also let the local police take Arrow and Smee observe the crime scene. It wasn't able to talk with Mr. Private. This was she up to? Be a way for me to continue my investigation. Oh, her. Still in Germany. Needed. Where am I getting criminals? Daughter of my mentor, Manfred von Kampf. Self a prosecutor. This case, a bit of a relief, you are. Listen, you wonder. But frustrated. Hope to exact my revenge on different. Have to take what I can get. Thought I'd see the day. Disciple of the House of Karma would be a criminal. All about the murder of the police radio. Captain fell. Waited for the victim on the first floor and beat him to death. I believe that I killed a man. Also should reserve judgment after I've been. You put your arrest on hold until then. This should be all my all people. Perfect in every way. The fulfillment of that creed alone is all I strive for. That's not perfect. My own creed fulfill. So why don't we solve this together? I'm seen away. Terribly intentioned. What's he doing here? Hold up, one moment. Okay. And I forgot one thing, one real quick thing. Too slow. Watching. Don't mess up on good. Yes or no, good sir. Leave it to me. If you interfere with my investigation, I'll arrest you. You'll excuse me. I'm glad to see you're okay. Even you, sir. Lean on me, I'll get you through. A bit curious as to what Francisca is up to. Ask the good detective. In case I have a few questions. I believe there's no one man. No, murder is just. The plane's preparing for takeout. But it's turbulence. It's really not all bad as more transportation. One seems to be happily enjoying the sight of so many people. And now, youth of today, potential yet so misguided. I think I've seen this man. World Flag's lunch bag eats Soviet Russia. World Flag's lunchboxes eat you. You. Ooh. Eight. J00? Wave of creative powers coming on. It's over 9,000. Steel Samurai. Tokyo. World Samurai Champion of Earth. Boxer. So many boxers. Samurai. Ah. Can't think of who that is. First class with me, quite shaken up by the whole affair. Made it the whole flight. I'm scared of turbulence. Pretty scared for being insane for an over himself. Life preserver there. Done big enough to warrant its own branch shops. I go with our airport special World Flags lunchboxes available for a limited time. A variety of lunchboxes made up to look like different kinds of flags. They're aiming to take one. Oh, the customer. It wasn't Edgeworth that said which he should go with. The customer. Okay. Okay. We'll have. See this much blood on this piece of cloth. The victim wrapped in at some point. Very familiar about this fabric pattern. Cloth was most likely in here with the body. What was this? Heavy blood inside a suit. this? Good question. Also interesting that only one wheel has the line on it. Apparently designed by Mr. Bell. Design has certain... I just cannot pronounce that. That's the best way to put it. Blue Airline. Airline covering greatly. Cool. It was found inside display case. Let's stop. Bearing on the case. This might not actually. Order of my men for Rencon. Page 13. Homicide detective will charge of it to investigate. I know there's a lot of these names that are kind of puns on other things. And Cammy Meal is always sleepy. And I guess Cammy Meal help you sleep. Okay. Audio. Corners. Making statements now, sir. Francisca, she was always good at quick response to the case. Too quick for her. On over as soon as I got word of the affair, sir. When I got here, Montgomery was already here barking out orders at everyone. Creepy as knew there had been a murder. In advance so it lights the wire for private. It would show up rather quickly and out of the blue. I don't know why she's here and there. Backstory, all this. Popped up at the prosecutor's office about a week ago. About chasing down leads related to a certain individual. Else? Top secret. Can't talk about it even. She licks with her lip. Not the top secret part was about her talking. I wonder if her case has anything to do with mine. Not all the info I have for her. Find out more as we investigate. Resume my investigation. Talking to the people involved. Fill out your pocket. A lot or nothing. I'm gonna do a little. Don't worry about it. All things, you must never know I dropped it. For me? Minute, sir, but I'll gladly take anything you want to give to me. Relates to the case. Want to ask me about? I asked. Anything has information on this raccoon-looking thing. Not a raccoon, mascot of GoU Airlines. Captain Hugo, apparently he's supposed to be a monkey. Take a piggy bank out of the police mascot, the Blue Badger. Wherever there's any loose change lying around, go in there. Great, as long as it isn't any of my money. Notice he auto-saved after I tried to show him this. Modern, sir. Or used to be. Especially this alien-shaped handle here. I really feel a connection. Hey, please stop with your horrible impression of an art critic. I'm telling you my honest feelings, sir. Okay. Going inside of so many planes. Planes too, just look at the size of these. Here. There's something, huh? How derives his pleasure from an aspect. For the shape of the wings too. And it's about that plane's wing. Thank you for leaving me out of this conversation. Turn to takeoff. That plane proceeds. Report detective. You have a passport. Up for that eventual someday. Day to precise. Afraid you won't be making any trips until well after retirement. Can't believe there's no one here. I'm here. Make sure nothing else happens. Basically why I can't relax. Okay, I can't speed through that text for some graduates. Gotta get him some water. False alarm, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Ignored me as you. You're gonna play the whole there. Pretty scared too if I got caught up in murder investigation. Right, possession. Take that from the plane. Okay, Mr. Edgeworth, got nothing to do with the murder, at least. I always wanted to give their steak lunch a try. Can't speed through this dialogue. Why don't you go ahead and buy one? Hey sir, thanks. Alright, then I'm really gonna get one. Here I go. Excuse me, big Star Spangled Banner lunchbox, please. Or that's the most expensive one on the menu. Whoops. 390, second floor, first class. The captain. Might you be? Von Carmen, if you had... Getting... Give you if you do. Advise me. Honey, I'm your captain to be much of a reputable person. Question, sir? Ask the captain some questions. I can't. I could the entire time. I highly doubt he would. I'd like to leave that type of wood, Franciscan. Made him jump. Hold me. Go for me. Criminal. You. LeBlanc. This man stopping me going. Money. Second wasteful time to spend. Oh boy. I have 2 rooms here. And backtrack into here. He was constantly drinking. For payday, I drink the soup from my instant noodles. LG, you might want to go in for a checkup. Graduate. I'll never make another that again. This bottles are lined up here. All of them have a letter inside, sir. Thanks, just lovely. Or what they all say, sir. Put back in the bottles, detective. For the beat of your ruining letters by accident. Big floaty, but is it too early in the year for swimming? For swimming. Lifesaver. I mean, I suppose you could, but that's not what they are intended for. Floaty. Go around confusing people. Just saw it in the airport lobby. I'm so scared to fly, then why take an airplane to a ferry or cruise ship? You okay with all the turbulence? And okay. You're right. You'd get on a plane if you were scared of them. This. Did you find an important piece of evidence? Parfait on top of bread and steak? Jealous, sir. It's a feast. Let him have the giant parfait so that we can move on. Ah! No other comment about this person that was here, I guess. I think you have too many red knights on the pawn is being completely surrounded by the red knights. Lots of pieces like checkers. Make me. I see. Books even when you're flying, sir? Expecting anything less? Come on, we must hurry to the crime scene. Second, there's a different book stuck in here. You'll samurai's adventure. Gumshoe, am I gonna have to charge you with invasion of privacy? Prosecutor's true passions? Oh, great. So he had a Steel Samurai book stuck inside of his law book. Fern's got a seatbelt strapped tightly around it. Give great value to Mr. Blanc, then. Want to turn your urn. Always best to buckle up. Have anything to do with the case, detective. But he gets my jokes. What is this super expensive looking piece of Jurassic proportions? Food they serve in first class. Yes, sir. Ride in first class. Pigs flying on my own private jet. Something supernatural about earthquakes and elevators. Just me or do elevators have a long-standing hatred for me? Oh, I think I just reset. Can at least speed through these this time. Oh. Okay. So this is... I see. That is interesting. All I did before was I moved from this room over to here, but I guess because there was a cutscene, it made all this stuff investigatable again. Yeah, this is still marked off. I have a word with you, Miss Me. Not happy. Okay. For the captain. Definitely job for Francisca. What's it for, sir? Love, laugh, maim, murder. Love, laugh, maim, and murder. I just cannot seem to talk right today. Apparently, though, I don't know what it's about. It's recommended enough. Just like Miss Rhoda, and you know, keep that. That I can't. For some reason, she's awake now. For this whip man is solid cracker, Francisco, but if you value your life, you will close that mouth of yours immediately. Hard-boiled in that movie. Prove this. Does you not say that at this moment in front of Francisca? Victims lying there. Club left over coffee still there too. Was anyone ever expects to die? Yeah, I keep wondering if the coffee has something to do with it. Because it's interesting. This cup is spelled. This one is not. And then all these other plates. I'd like to ask you about them. Well, taking his statement. Only captain and title on the job properly. Focus to take my responsibility. Take his job seriously, it's not a bad thing. Like that, sir. Also, this is a plane. Be checking overhead compartments for stuff, too. Anything of interest, detective? Like, know everything about the city. telling myself that I should go ask someone about the stuff I don't know. I don't know it doesn't mean that someone else might know it. I actually understood his logic. Okay. Go in there. One of the prosecutors on this case, so please let me. Very sorry, sir. One is allowed to enter without Miss Von Karma's express permission. Case. This instructions not to let you through, Von Karma. Miss Francisca. Statement yet? Well done, sir. Return if you've done examining the cargo hold. I want my cargo back. So you have the guts to show me a piece of art at this time. But from a single glance, I can already tell it is mostly worthless. Oh yes, non-art, I assure you. They are thinking, like casting pearls before someone. The nail on the head for once. Paying my wasted money. Sorry, but there is absolutely nothing inside this wallet. Wanting to trick me. Fraud. Bonk, are you seriously considering a courtroom tangle with me? Hope not, but in case you are, there is a certain lawyer I can introduce you to. Stand back. Time to waste. This. Stay large and maybe another language. Head. Fine in English. Oh, maybe he would have had something to say about the art in the picture. I might have something to say about this. Oh. Alright, can you please take a look at this for me? It matches this hat. Your hat is made of material, I suppose. Plus, that prick is so famous. Orders coming from over the seas for more. And this is the cargo you were talking about earlier. Becomes much many gigantic. And my cargo move. Cargo back when you're done investigating, pal. It's no good. No good that attempt uses to exit. Argument. Okay. I'll come back to this. Pretty lady in that plane over. Quick, sir. Wave at her with me, please. Use me on this. Wingmen, because we're on a wing, or on a plane. 2 copies of Skymate. Special. Let's trivia quiz. Starts with I. It means rude and disrespect. Definitely. But the correct answer is insolvent. Nope. Her English ability is at the same level as him. Something? That was any sir. I'm in your dreams. And then arrested him. So you just how vital I am in our partnership. Help to meet the real world detective. Explain, hey, you can try it out, sir. No better than the such thing crime scene. I didn't know you knew how to play. Practically efficient. Things you learn about people on a daily basis. Go and ready to come. Right, sir. Not efficient. See this chair. On a Rocker Pals Day. Please a big deal with these Rocker Pals. Seriously sweet seriously sweet a rock band, sir. Songs right now. What's the verse of S's just now? Explain it to you again. Detective, I think I'll have to take a rain check on that. Really. We'll be on here, sir. Body has been sent off to the medical office for an autopsy. The gate is down again. Oh, it's definitely very easy to go between screens on this. Okay, finish questioning you. Single scratch on my art. You will pay. Art dealer, so he's got a bunch of artwork down in the cargo hold, sir. Actually a mountain of them, large and small. Costumes, stone statues, I saw all kinds of art. Long's hat. Looks like that other piece of cloth. What do you mean by that attendant? Still have no sign of coming out either. Finished with my own interview much earlier. Quick. Given free reign to examine the plane, would obtain the cooperation of the flight attendant. Speaking of attendant, I'd like to speak with Mr. Earl. Or if you might grant permission in. Or I do. There are a few issues surrounding your own circle. Break those sophisticated talk. Can't pull the wool over my eyes. With the most obvious conclusion. The crime was here in the very lounge. The body was. The victim was seen calling for an attendant. The body was. The person in this lounge. Their time unmistakably makes you likely. Oh, we already proved that wasn't just him. Also, Miss Monero passed through there at some point. But it's not like such big. Usually a bit more. Simply trying to watch for you. My kindness to her lenience unnecessary. I approve my. Okay.
Hold it!
I think you're being a bit rash by simply declaring me the culprit. appears to be simple. Tell you the meaning of both ones. 3 minutes. Pack of instant noodles. Ow. Even seconds of pieces be uttered. Flowers send me to prison, so the crime was here in the very lounge. Oh, hold on.
Hold it!
Tell me, friend, do you know all there is to know about the crime scene? Know all that I need to know in order to arrest you. Or there's more. With me, sir. Doesn't have facts.
Hold it!
Then talking about how Mr. X was pretended by him. The time after falling to
Hold it!
it was true I was in the lounge all the time. That fact alone does not make me
Objection!
and the vision of the escape. One thing that even you particularly makes feel likely is
Hold it!
under the circumstances, I suppose I can agree I'm the most likely suspect. Or I don't think you did it. Farmer's gotta believe it too, right? We're like siblings. Brutally. But that's no guarantee he's not a criminal. And this is proof you're not the guilty party. Hear that she's dead. About the new evidence acquired. Where are we at? Nope. Okay. I think I know what I need to do here.
Objection!
Oh, I did not mean to. Ah! I didn't mean to select that. Really shows which. By yourself. That's not what I meant to do.
Objection!
That's what I meant to do. Sure, you did not have all the information you needed after all. Found a nice piece of evidence before I was forced to stop investigating. Piece that proves the body was moved from a different location. Killer used this suitcase to move the victim's body. Real scene of the crime, not this lounge at all.
Objection!
This is one of the conclusions. Maybe it was find this piece of cloth inside the suitcase. Doesn't prove the body was moved. Maybe the killer simply chose that suitcase to hide the body. What you would come to? I can't escape that easily. It's perfect in every way. But you know the killer definitely wheeled the they surrounded.
Objection!
There's proof of that.
Take that!
Great. I'd like to draw your attention to this area here.
Take that!
Mark here. Didn't you say it looks suspiciously like tracks from two wheels? Also grape juice residue. These the suitcase containing the victim's body definitely passed through. Killer did move the victim's body from. Come to your senses.
Objection!
Get along. Prepared yourself and fired the piggy bank before the plane hit that turbulence. Waited for the victim in the lounge. Elevator with the victim's body stuffed into the suitcase. Turbulence out flew the body. No way out, you hate. We put the suitcase back where you could take it. Tend to be the discoverer. Bit of logic was thought of on the fly. Show you exactly how flawed your logic is. What's the flaws in our logic and what else?
Hold it!
And you suppose I was able to take the piggy bank? Play case. Hold the case locked. This was. You simply had to hit it like this. And shards would have been on the inside. Part of black. Talk about the in-flight shop and the bank, does she? Of how you're paying them. Waited for the victim in the lounge where he beat him to death.
Hold it!
Thought there wasn't any of the victim's blood found in the lounge. What? Do you think I wouldn't have this way cleverly hide the blood splattering? Grape juice on top of it. Be a tampering with the privacy now. It's are hard at work on that as we speak. What is it I did after that?
Hold it!
Put the victim's body into the case, and then where was I headed? Galvez, were you bringing it to first class where you can safely keep an eye on it? Talking about this thing, I'd hardly call it discreet or perhaps. You were intending to leave it inside the elevator. Fortunately for you, it weren't thrown into your plans.
Hold it!
Experienced surveillance on a flight before. You get used to it after a while. Next we hit was especially rough. I passed out briefly, but only for a second. It would have been bad if you had really blanked out. Fortunately, I was exactly what. First place. Yeah, he was passed out for like 10 minutes. Shadow chat. Not through with you yet. Of course, he doesn't want them to know that.
Hold it!
If you really were a criminal, do you really think I'd be so easily caught?
Objection!
We're being caught right now. How much of my own high left to save? God, they're caught right now. I know exactly what you did after that. Put her around in line.
Hold it!
Didn't think it could be anything. It really was the first discovery of it. True. My statements? Still insist you're the killer, but not since you really were the first to discover the body being dead. That don't make majority of reflects free. About it, that's not quite right. Uh,
Hold it!
I'm. Oh, no, that's wrong button.
Objection!
This. The fact that you took this piece of evidence, testimony, be commended. Your legal prowess is be feared. Those who courtroom. What if there was a fake piece of evidence thrown? Captain Ugo Piggy Bank is just such a fake. It's not the real murder. I mean, when the bank was taken from the shop is important. Taken after the turbulence had occurred. Not the blood on the bank. What do you make of that? Got it after the murder when the killer fabricated his weapon. Wait, hold on. I just thought of one other possibility. This stain could have come from this corner right here. Or until it's been processed by forensic by the suitcase. Shock on their face when it opens and pops out a dead body. Really, how shocked over. The victim used hiding place. No way on this plate, sir. Must have been inside all along. Oh, that was part of a movie I saw recently. Now, and back into reality. Oh, apparently I didn't examine that while Gumshoe was with me. decided after the murder when the killer fabricated this weapon. This way, the killer basically did 3 things after getting in the elevator, brought the suitcase to the shop and left it there. Killer proceeded to pick the pig bank up from the floor. Killer to fabricate a fake murder weapon. Victim on dead. Victim's wallet was planted on my person in my pocket to produce dice. Everything was done so that I would be framed for the murder of Mr. Ackley. This piggy bank was anything else resembling find anything that's found or in the shop that could be used. Items that have been used were broken during the turbulence. Many items all tested negative for any trace of blood. It appears your stall tactics are at any possible it's just hidden, sir. I don't know I'd wanted to hide the weapon in a safer place. I think the weapon would have been hidden in the place of the bloody claw. Not if it was Miss Tenero that hid both of them, because she already said that she went to the shop and then she went to the room to do something else. So, very possible the weapon is inside of that room. But I was the clock was hidden. Killer cannot prepare a more secure place to hide the evidence. The real murder weapon is either still on the murder's person, or is still at the real.
Objection!
Piggy bank is in fact the real weapon. Can we just took the bank out from the display case before the turbine by opening the lock on the display case door. At that time, the glass pane door was broken. A reasonable line of reasoning was used. That means the killer had the display case. Which makes Miss Tenero a suspect. The person you're talking about. Fast, I'm not talking. Also, trick the captain. Granted you permission to conduct your investigation. Very cool. Very well. Permission granted, but only if I can sit in on the interrogation. No intention of interrogating her. You're welcome to come. The wish. Rose in the flight attendant. Your murder. Cargo returned to me. Be patient just a long time. Like a thunder. That's lightning. Believe me, if I could, I would. Apparently, we can investigate everything again. Let it in. Stay for herself. Okay, we can still go back to the other places. Apparently investigate everything a third time. Letter inside, sir. Why can't I skip through this? Back in the bottles you picked up. First. What? Why is it so slow? That. Actually, that helped. Oh boy, why is... I don't think they expected anyone to come back and examine all this stuff again. Oh boy. Yeah, I can't skip any of this like I usually can. It's exactly the same as before, but yet it's treating it as if it's new information. Prosecute. One of the attendants asked you in my head for permission to investigate. Prosecute. Investigate the in-flight shop or something. True, Mr. Harrow didn't ask him. I have to introduce myself. Captain of Free Help. I think this is about all the use you get from it. It's just like, I don't need your name. Hold on. Breathe it, lady. Oh. In this the bond. Talking with him. Neil is the type who considers every other woman to be a threat. I can speed through this text. Why can't I speed through the other text? Yeah, for some odd reason, it was treating all the text on this floor as if it was new information. the dialogue. On Karma, you can now enter the flight attendant. Please feel free to look around. Awesome, Edgeworth. This one, Karma's whip is a map. Simply didn't have all the information. For the fights will become tougher and tougher as this progresses. Back. Sure to keep on supporting you. And out in front and absorbing whiplashes for me. Oh yeah, plenty of spots to hide stuff in here. Even a theoretically headed body in here if you want to. Out the captain's from the flight attendant. Very young because we hoping to help us with some light on. Isn't it narrow for her size? That have anything that's over there. I already knew that from the hurry up the gate. The cargo hold. Let you through without misspurred Carmen's express permission. I was switching with nailed. Who's better at the job? Harrison. You tell us dead by looking. And the well kept one up top belongs to Mr. Wallets can't probe him. Here to scrutinize a woman's bed and invite her privacy. Let's skip to your self-detective. Oh, the detective said that. Where to be stored in this trash? Would you please? Rummaging. Please go through trash without her permission. Honor? Doing what the Dreadful would do. Exactly is this panel for? Emergency control panel for the elevator. Use it to stop the elevator on the first floor and keep the doors open. Clockers on. Let's hurry up and examine them, sir. So, who exactly gave you permission to pursue? Damn. Without her permission. Kill this murderous draft, like, not far behind. One of those suitcases designed by Gennaro. Hardly ever been heck of a scratch on it. Probably swapped with the other one. Inside these boxes, souvenirs, Virginia. Second box. Bogart world does great things. They certainly could have done with a whole lot less. Hello, Kitsune. How are you doing? There was a... Where'd it go? There's an hourglass there for just a moment. There. All this junk inside these boxes. No rhyme or reason to any of it. Lost and found, Mr. Edgeworth. Found some swords and necklace. Like a treasure trove. Sure. The fact that these were left on the plane implies they were carried onto it to begin with. Tells me it's time for Go-You to send its metal detectors out for repairs. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, okay, good. No new dialogue. I was like, wait a minute, it let me out. Okay, so... Possible something could be hidden in there, too. Very troublesome. I have one thing. Plan to continue, but for the foreseeable future. Of course, Springman, this one. Who else? Two. Bet the majority of them can be effective. Why are you fidgeting? I'm playing before. Never been in attendance with normal flight one. Rarely ever need. And again, but all in now, sir. Full of crowns, yellow suitcase. What a great trip. Finally returned to his station. Okay, here we go. Failure. Session. Need to present to her yet. Why did you lie about receiving the captain's that? It is. Yes. He seems to be rather taken with. He accused Mr. Bean of wanted to make. Please allow me to think he did. Thanks to you, I was able to clear myself of all charges. Would prove your innocence. Goodness. That you were in the in-flight shop just before the turbulence. Answer honestly. Plus, there. Doesn't hesitate. Struck a nerve. Up on top like I always do. Work then. This shop. Eye on it. Any reason to go there otherwise. Shop you paid a visit. Room, correct? I'm back to freshen up just my makeup. Not much else to tell. I have no reason other than to go to the shop. all there is to it. Maybe I should ask her about that thing. Now I can present things to her. You could please take a look at this for me, Mr. Carroll. Suitcase. You're the one who designed it, correct? I think I figured something else out about it. This suitcase is the reason you do the shop, isn't it? Find out here. Tell me more about this suitcase. Interesting to see how the suitcases I had designed. Service professional, I'm supposed to care. Glad to see that it was. Last one there. Suitcase in question was the last one. So popular, practically off the shelves. Exactly the impression I got. One in this shop is most definitely. Currently looking at that place. Guess we sold all of them. Thank you very much for the last one. Not buying it. You'll buy it. It'd go great with your. Really suits. Guarantee it personally as a service pro. I put this hideous. That was a bit too direct. No, my issue with the suitcases isn't the design. The number of them remaining. Two suitcases in the white shop when I investigated. That's impossible. There was only one. Hit the crowd. Because if there was only one suitcase left. What could be the meaning? She saw the one that was still had the blocks on the rollers. Carol, what is one of those suitcases doing here? But there was only one left. Used it for a very long time. Got swapped. Appreciate it if you wouldn't lie to me. Believe for even 1 second that you used this for a very long time. The price tag is still on it.
Take that!
It's also your habit to keep the price tag pristine on your suit. Faith in her mindset. It's possible she's not actually the murderer, but she's trying to protect somebody else. Those numbers cry bitter tear. Truth is recently clear. Oh, I think I understand. I know what you were trying to hide. Now then, this suitcase was originally in. Oh gosh. You saw the price tag is still on the suitcase. One can only assume it was out on the floor for sale in the shop. The person who bought this suitcase was... Oh, great. Where would I... Oh, where did we get that information? That so I'm gonna say her.
Take that!
He wasn't a mistake. I hate to say this, but this suitcase hasn't sold very well, has it? How poorly this design you poured your heart was selling. Deeply hurt. But you wanted to make it look like it was selling by buying it yourself. Isn't that right? Thought maybe I had finally places didn't sell. Design. Let's put it hideous. It was a great place in which to sell them. Not so bad seeing them. Now, they might have sold better if they were actually sold in the airport and not on the plane. I'd buy one for every flight I worked. Bought one today as well. I received purchase. It is clearly timestamped 5:40 a.m.
Okay.
Still a bunch of them left gold. Trying to scrap the remaining flight. What are these other suitcases? I'll be down in the cargo hold. Very well, I've come to the cargo hold. The killer used one of the suitcases. The killer used one of your beloved suitcase. Move the victim's body. Ooh, the murder probably occurred in the cargo hold. Could they? Is your faithful partners to your path on the trips? Push them the other way to get the cargo hold out later. Goes through that door there. About security. There's no special lock installed because to enter this room, you need a special key card that only crew members have access to. Culprit is someone who can enter the eliminate hazard crew members. Go. That. In case came. Act alone tells the whole story. I said the culprit must be a crew member for key card. Taylor rode the elevator from the cargo hold, correct? On reliability. Asked her earlier, and she had this. To make the elevator go down to the cargo hold, a different key card is required. Different one? The only person who holds that particular card, you miswrote it. You. There's also that panel that's in the back. If they came through here, they could have activated the panel. This is true. Card in my locker at all time. Please show us that card right now. On. And your card was stolen when the factory tried to hide it from you. Thought this through. All about what is station for rest this. For your face. You're a lead investigator on this case, however. I'll waste more of my time. The rules as well as I do. It speaks louder than words. This isn't a courtroom. This lieutenant applies. Investigate the cargo hold now. You do, Mom. Wise. Okay. We're actually going to take a short break here. Be back in about a few minutes or so. Great. Okay, thanks. Oh, I unmuted it in Discord, but I apparently failed to unmute the physical mic. So. Gold, huh? So big. And a special model has both a super large cargo, ultra luxurious first class seat. This is a real scene. Is this the real scene of the murder? Certainly a high probability of that. Why we're here, correct? Investigating, sir. Yeah, this door is. It can't even interact with it. Oh, hey. Suitcase. The door is like, oh, you can use suitcase fare. See all the leftover ones and sell. Company's planning to dispose of after this flight is over. We're going to. Purchase one. It will bring you much happiness. I will. $100. I'll pass. Narrow ones are why they don't sell you. Two jobs just buy one. But they're half off. Definitely looks like one is brittle substance. Glass fragment. Just love pushing buttons on elevators and classrooms. Give it a try, sir. Go on, push. He's stopping on the first floor, detective can move. Push to now. You would have no space without the special key card. Door to the attendant's room and the elevator's control panel. The card makes it impossible for a passenger. Box out up here. Flammable, and this one says it says pharmaceutical. And there's also one that says highly flammable. For exorcism use only. Of operation is airline running. Really big. Get stuff like that in here. What are you going on about? No open investigation. Can't really get into my work without something happening first. Go on the road. Which item do you start on? Your message in the thumb shoe. Flight attendant probed it. Where is she? I think we can say for sure, yeah. Certainly are a great number of things. She didn't tell us about buying our own. With regards to the key card being stolen, can't seem to find any evidence about that. Sam says she bought the suitcase at 5:40 a.m. Private crime for Detective Gumshoe, correct? You then immediately began to direct the investigation. It seems to me that you were here at this airport for something besides this. In a very large and involved level international. Not for one person. I decided that I should take investigation with you. Top secret operation, so I can't really see you any more than I already have. Much more than we're dealing with right now. Don't waste my time or yours. Victim. Infuriating to see him crumpled on the floor like that, like this. Just the one who did this to him myself, I swear it. Trip over the victim. About this piggy bank. Sure to think that it's a murder weapon. What do you think about Captain Hugo himself? Crude rendition of a genius of primates commonly referred to as slow lories. Loris come Dutch word for simpleton, which is extremely fitting because exactly what Captain Hugo represents. Built to see Lieutenant. Don't switch is capable of. Sure. Victim. Infuriating. Being crumpled on the floor like that life. Wait. What? I'm not sure if that was a bug or what. That was weird. He's very much alive in this photo. Definitely not crumpled on the floor. We need more information. Anything strange happening around. Notice the thing. Agreement sounds so oblivious. Jeez. Capable of carrying such cargo. All is to you on top of their surface. Probably take 20 to cover the entire surface of the atrocity. Alright. Really no need to take that. Estimate that seriously, detective. Keeping track of this many people in cargo must be very taxing on the cargo. Worked as a part-time mover, sir. As he's waiting for me to ask about the rest of the story. No matter how he pours on the puppy eyes, I have no. I feel like that thing could possibly be inside of one of those. Definitely large enough for something like that. Okay. The suitcase, pal. Get them checked in, sir. This suitcase belonged to Mr. Hicks. I don't think he'd mind if we took a closer look. Now the ordinary nurse. Here, sir. File. Photo of Miss Von Karma in it, sir. Like a profile on Francisca. Ooh, the plot thickens. Mr. Hicks have... Why would Mr. Hicks have a file on her? Resting? He was not what he seems to be. More boxes back there. Okay, I think it's puzzle piece time. Oh, nothing else to ask him about. Puzzle piece time. These two things connect. Safely conclude these fragments are from a pair of glasses. Victim was wearing a pair of broken glasses. What I was thinking. Sure that the shards would match up perfectly with the remnants of his glasses. Victim was here, just as expected. Just I was here. What I've been saying for a while now. Perhaps it's a bit early to draw that conclusion. I believe that the probability has just skyrocketed considerably. Left us to find the murder weapon. Hicks have a document on Francisca in his. Into this airport as an. Those are connected. Now, why would Mr. Hicks have documents profiling Francisca? That he's a big fan of Miss Karma, sir. This sense that she had come to this airport as part of an Interpol. Hicks heard she was coming here and he followed her. If I think it's more likely that Mr. Hicks was in reality Interpol Agent Hicks. And Francisca has some explaining to do. It's interesting the puzzle piece thing is still there, but now it's grayed out. It usually does not stick around like that if there's nothing to do with it. So I'm probably going to be getting more puzzle pieces. This Interpol to airport to rendezvous with the victim, didn't you? What did you... Found a profile detailing the victim's luggage. Suppose it was prepared for him so they could recognize him. Which makes him not Mr. but rather Interpol agent. Correct? Figure it out, Mike. Looks like they got to him first. He really did come here to receive an Interpol agent. Fellow very large internet. smuggling. Went undercover to investigate this crime. And it was I who put him on this case. I received a call from his cell phone when he had landed. Never expected to receive a call about his murder instead. You know, if you have his cell phone number, we could just call it right now. Well, we would need someone stationed here. And we would need to gather all the possible passengers together. So they can't possibly hide it when it rings. In case they have it on their person. And then call it. And find out who has that cell phone. We received a call about his murder instead. Now, pretty dependent evidence. Agent Hicks came down here to the cargo hold. Down here, sir. Nothing but luggage. Smuggling ring. Some of the luggage was smuggled stuff. I get it. Forgot something in his suitcase and came down to get it. Being an Interpol agent, he could have flashed his badge and gotten access to down here too. Or been let down. Hicks came here for a work-related reason, if that's sure. He is here to investigate the smuggling operation in the Caribbean. We know exactly how he intended to pursue his investigation. Fortunately, I'll find out from Greenland. Raises another question. Puzzle pieces are starting to fall into place. I had the odd feeling that the reason why he's so time obsessed is because he's trying to get drop that roller. Okay, I thought. I'm thinking that he is not necessarily just a wealthy art dealer, but also part of the smuggling. And that's why he wants to take his cargo and get out of there. Another question. Normal passengers can't access the cargo hold on their own. Agent Hicks must have identified himself to a member of the crew. The cargo hold with that person who let him in. He was murdered here. Glasses fragments and his broken glasses are testimony to that. Philip put Agent Hicks into one of the spare suitcases. Entered the elevator, but while they were riding it up, the plane hit that patch of turbulence. Intense shaking, the suitcase popped open, Agent Hicks's body flew out. At the same time, his wallet fell out of his pocket, spilling its contents everywhere. Explains why there was money scattered all over the elevator floor. Pretty easy to say who the culprit is at this stage. Sure. What you're thinking, Miles Edgeworth. Killer can be none other than Miss Rhoda Teneri. Evident. If it was a crew member, any one of them could have shown Agent Hicks to the cargo hold. Well, then it's not necessarily her then. It could be Rhoda, could be Cammy Meal, or it could even be the pilot. Well, the pilot supposedly did not leave his seat during it. An autopilot could have been engaged at the time, which case he could leave his seat. It's also possible that someone else could have convinced one of the other crew members to get down there. Like, for example, Zink could have convinced Cammy let him check on his art collection. Keep in mind is the that allows the elevator to come down here. One person with such high level access wrote it. Okay, that's a pretty decisive piece. Well, the other thing is if we find the card on someone else. But I'm not certain it was that. If the card was actually stolen, then it wouldn't have been her.
Hold it!
But then it could be anyone, including Miss Meal or even the captain. And without a pilot in the cockpit is like, or without a rider crop in hand, much like Scruffy over there. But he could have set it to autopilot. Agree with her on that. Like Gumshoe does always need a guiding hand. If he set it to autopilot, he could have actually left his seat for a short period of time. Like say if he was going to go to the bathroom or something. About the other flight attendant. Going to keep in mind the key card that allows the elevator to come down.
Hold it!
Highly likely that the key card was stolen from him.
Objection!
Highly likely. Possibility the best you can come up with. Call yourself like other. Problem is we don't know for sure if it was stolen or not yet. Right. Disgrace. More evidence. The murder weapon, the captain who gave it. He's also the only person to play case. They also haven't determined that that's the actual murder weapon. Key to the display case that held the murderous bank. Well, the other problem too is if the glass was broken during the turbulence with it falling out, there should have been blood on the shelves after the bank was put back.
Hold it!
Objection!
Fake. Your mouth. Any proof that this is just a red. Keep on insisting that it's fake. And what is the real murder weapon? Where did it go? Speechless. That's not a surprise. We searched some entire cargo holding come up empty. About the piggy bank. What was that identity? Oh boy. Further. Crime scene. Of the body for the pink. Oh, ooh, this is a tricky one. Crime scene. Examine the crime scene. Turn up the murder weapon to search all of the cargo. A lot of that, even now we're searching through them. Found anything that even closely resembles a murder weapon. Else. Thing itself wants to launch a real murder weapon. Real weapon should be damaged or perhaps have a dent in it. That already. No sign of anything on it. Discounted as a murder weapon. Back to look. We're all made of a stronger metal material than human flesh. So the body. I think you were too quick to jump to your conclusion. You don't even have the autopsy report yet. How can I not say that you made a snap? Judgment when you have yet to even... The wound on Agent Hix's head is consistent with the murder weapon. Sir. Medical examiner's office at once. Hear the result of Agent Hix's autopsy. Sir. Problem, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. If we're doing an autopsy with they already know that, sir. Doc said it's one giant bruise from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Shoulder to his back, he has such a wide area. Simon the killer had a grudge against Agent Hix. Just said the killer went all out and multiple times. Death resulting from blow to back of head, bruising to him. Grudge against the wound on the victim's head consists of murder weapon detective. They were still looking into that, sir. Go down. Go from my way. Crack it. Okay, okay, one more. I'm gonna actually save this here. This one? I have to load. Okay, yeah. I want to check something. It's interesting that in this case, pressing on something actually moved the plot forward. They've already What is going on here? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. This one. Is going to the last save file. Yeah, this is where I wanted to be. What did I... Huh? Oh, never mind. Shoot, I see what I did. Okay. Okay, this one... Okay. Yeah, so we got a puzzle piece there. Skip through to get back to that testimony. Argument. Did I press on the last thing to get that?
Hold it!
Objection!
Yeah, all the other evidence point to her as well. Act as citizen. Work with.
Hold it!
Part allows the elevator to come.
Hold it!
Rhoda De Niro is in charge of the most important stuff. What exactly is Miss Meal in charge of? Setting it up with that foolish captain. Being so foolishly foolish, I didn't want to ask her what her other duties were. And Viola with me now was uncalled for. And the only one who could have fled Agent Hicks into the hole was Rhoda De Niro. Okay. So this... Yeah, I pressed on the second one and it basically advanced everything. So apparently order matters in some cases if you want to get extra dialogue. Do that here.
Hold it! Hold it!
Oh, shoot. No, it advanced, that's why. Okay. Take the card.
Objection!
Yep. Yeah, this is what triggered it. For evidence. Weapon. Or the key. Okay, and then that added. Okay, so yeah, I pressed on that. That wasn't what advanced it. It was this here.
Hold it!
I pressed on this, so I got new information, then pressed on this. You quickly to your conclusion. Who managed to fix this one? Go down there. Go from my way. Cargo, they're mine. I demand you return them to me. Still investigating the cargo hold. Please understand and have a little patience. There's no voice. Okay, what are you? Yep, of course. Close, but use strong force. It passed me. Wait, that's it. What this whole thing has been about. The display case that held the murderous bank. So he was knocked over the edge, just like that guy is being done. That could have caused all the blows on his back. Key to the display case. Now that we've searched the entire cargo hold, upending. Don't need a murder weapon if you knock someone from a great height. And they injure themselves, get injured falling. The murder weapon was the cargo hold itself. Nobody could find anything that'd be considered the real weapon in the hold. But this one giant bruise from beating from his shoulder down to his mid-back. Yeah, he fell from a great height. The top of the stairs, to be precise. Okay. Weapon couldn't be found. Smuggling. Cause of death. Captain Hugo Piggy Bank. Connect those. No. Not exactly a shining example. I was like, I've got this. Apparently, I'm not putting the puzzle pieces together correctly. I might have the final result, but Hicks was on the trail of an international smuggling ring. these two go together. Allegedly, the killer struck the victim many times over. Why there is extensive bruising over such a wide area. Is that really the correct conclusion to draw from the evidence? Bruise from his shoulder to the middle of his back is one continuous mark. I mean, it was from hitting something. More suggestive of a single blow to the back. If that's the case, then the piggy bank is much too small to have caused that. The murder weapon must be something far bigger. Sizable weapon. There you go together, and then we'll put it together with the last piece. Looking for a rather large weapon, you'd think it would stick out, but so far we haven't found anything that resembles a weapon of any sort. Perhaps it's something we all overlooked from the beginning. 4. Normally, it's too impossibly big to be taken into consideration. If he fell, that would be when his glasses were shattered. What's that all about? Trying to jump out his way down here? Disco. Found it. About the real murder weapon. They jumped. Didn't realize it till now, but the answer has been right in front of us this whole time. Go check on him first. Attitude of yours again. Just learn to drop that habit. So I guess we're not using that final puzzle piece yet. I'm from a prosecutor with the habit of whipping everyone she comes across. Prosecutor, back yourself up with evidence. Listening at all, are you? Show me this real murder weapon you speak of. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save it here. No evidence. The real murder weapon. But wait. Ow.
Take that!
Real close. No. Show you the real murder weapon. Okay. Wide bruise running from the victim's shoulder down to the back. How many others to show you? Alright, don't have any evidence to show. So I should have phrased it as that which caused Agent Hicks' death is corporal. Forgive me, but I do believe I have figured out what was the real cause of death. Okay, so yeah, I was like, there's nothing in here that looks like anything from the cargo hold. So, free fall. Interesting, they have suffocation and strangulation there with her pretty much beavers connected. Victim fell from a great height and subsequently died as a result. The real cause of death is free falling to the ground. One plausible possibility. Victim has extensive bruising on the back of his head and his back. Only rational explanation for these injuries is that he fell to his death. Yeah. I'm kind of thinking this whole time that it was pretty likely that he has something to do with it. Always in a rush, and he wanted to get his cargo. And very protective of his art and stuff. Happened inside this plane. There was some place in this plane from which he could fall in from? Stairs. I said earlier, the answer's been right in front of us this entire time. You. Victim fell from up the stairs of this very cargo hold. Second death on her head first. Except he didn't fall far enough. You aren't dead, pal. What do you mean? 5. How's Edgeworth? Not possible that he fell over the railing to his death. He probably fell where the suitcase was. As living proof. True that it's not possible to current circumstances. Wait! Hold on. Okay. I think I know what happened. Brief stop from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. to transfer cargo and refuel at the transfer point. The actual murder happened before the cargo got on board, or at least one piece of it. That big piece that Zinc just fell on was not there when the murder occurred. And it actually means that the time frame for when the murder occurred was actually before. But then he was seen in his seat. Push the call button. There's more pieces of this puzzle. It had to be before the turbulence. Oh, wait. Would that have been restop from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m.? That was Zhang Fa time. That could off again. 5. Okay. It's not possible given the current circumstances. What is that supposed to mean? Suppose that large piece of cargo wasn't there at the time. What would have happened then? An opportunity pancake. Sure, sir. There wouldn't still be a breathing. The reality is that cargo box is there. Actually, with as much padding as that guy has, he might have actually survived. No point. Wild hypotheticals. Maybe there now, but there's no proof it was always there. Where the suitcase comes into play. He was stuffed in the suitcase after the murder and then moved. found later after the turbulence. The time when that giant box was not there. 4 to 5. I'm sure that it's possible the box is not always where it is now.
Take that!
Fueled and Flight had a short layover in St. Paul in order to refuel. It wasn't the only reason for a layover. We also transferred some cargo. Both the box in question was only transferred onto the plane at that time. To further prove my point, let's take a look at what's next to the box in question. Zhangfa Express. Loaded onto the plane to Zhangfa. What if the box in question was also loaded on time? And that the box, not here in the cargo hold during the Europe-Sea fog, led the flight. Teardrop from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death entirely possible. A chance to prove how very likely my scenario is. First order of business would be to examine that cargo in more detail. Okay. This one here, investigating the cargo hold. You have the time for idle chatter. You'll need to prove to me your hypothetical back reality. Tell me right away, okay, pal? Sure. Go for Gumshoe to be so directing. Must outrank this officer. Or will you just leave it up to me, okay? Sir, watch out, Detective Gumshoe. He's got a pretty good eye, too. Lady. Following episode. Right, pay my subordinate. Giving to the detective in front of his subordinate. Boxes piled up here. Can't skip this apparently. Elevators and crosswalk signal. Hi, sir. It's interesting. Same information. It's treating it like new information, though. People think they'd sell it to me at a discount. Why don't they sell them at the airport and have bargain basement sale? Or you could wait for them to toss the remaining ones like they're planning and go get one for free. Buy one, get one free. Raffle, you get one more for free. How about those ideas, sir? If they did that, everyone would lose. Brandon, what you want, but no still means no, sir. Man, give you money, yes? Really pushy. If he really makes any sales this way. As long as I never have to face him in court, he can be as pushy as he wants. I feel like I'm gonna have to face him in court. It's actually an Interpol agent. I believe he was Interpol. Eventually, Clamor. Practically a big escape when you get caught by the enemy. In case there was no big escape. No miracle. To its death. Never would have guessed him. Still only a hypothesis. However, the investigation proved to be true. Oh, I'm glad that art guy's okay. He put quite the spell. He was lucky to have landed on top of that piece of cargo. And now, passenger pays price for police foul-up. Prosecutor Edgeworth added fuel to the fire of the first murder with the second death. I bet that'd make the front page. It's not funny, detective. Information, nothing to say about it. Ooh! Chris. Why did that one go there instead of at the end? That's weird. This is... No, Gumshoe, you cannot have that giant piece of cargo. What puzzle pieces we have? Smuggling, that's it. The cargo. Look at this many cargo must be very taxing on the cargo. Okay. Ink. Rather large piece of cargo. Check on it, sir. Let's see. Aleph Red statue. Never heard of it. Or I, but all I care is if we can prove it wasn't here at the time of the crime. Investigating, sir. Not go about touching my possessions without my permission. How do you get past the officer? Rush upon me like that, pal. LeBlanc does it. See what else I can find out from him. Oh boy. Here we go. Hey, officer. Have anything to say about how you let him by? Well, sir, Mr. LeBlanc is certainly not an easy person to hold back. Necessary, sir. All part of the job, even if he did eventually get by. Good things to ask him anyway, so it worked out in your favor this time. Thank you very much, sir. Next time I'll be sure not to let anyone through. It takes my life in the process, sir. Appreciate the sentiment, however, we can't have people getting hurt on the job either. Yes, please do not sacrifice your life in order to try to prevent someone from getting through. Hard at this time. That's like an already took worthless. Non-artist for you. You have something to say. Or thinking like casting. Okay, so some of this is going to be the same. Edgeworth is just like, you do not want to tangle with me. Oh, you afraid for Bro comment on this. horrible to see a price. For you, it wasn't me. I believe it to be the work of the killer. Lesson. Sure, I will. Blanc Revolution. Mental LeBlanc Retribution. Either way, it sounds intimidating. Value. Oh, we got one new thing out of him. I get that this large piece of cargo belongs to you, Mr. LeBlanc. With this fine piece of art from Europe. Red statue is worth 10 million cents. No, maybe much more. Wonder if that's the same statue that's... No, that's not red. LeBlanc's reasoning using this in the large cargo hold. Sense. Guess you stop trying to calculate how many packs you can do with that make. How do you do that? Like you keep getting better and better at seeing right through me every year. Revolution of the planet around the sun. I have the distinct impression he continues madly spinning. For them 10 million, that in euros or dollars. Difference in our case. Is there a chance your cargo is related to our murder case? And if you allow us to examine it a bit closer. Arts. No, there will be no touching. Okay. Yeah. That valuable piece of art is probably connected to smuggling. LeBlanc has something to do with the smuggling ring. Then it's possible this fake statue was brought on board in Zhangfa. That also means that he would have had a reason to knock off the Interpol agent. I need to question him a bit further. It is an extremely valuable piece of artwork, sir. Like the stuff you see at county fairs? Somehow I get the impression that it's worth a lot more than you can comprehend. More than I can imagine, huh? It makes me want to try collecting expensive art. With the money for that gumshoe. This art, interesting. Seems there are people out there besides Mr. LeBlanc who know the true value of art. Talking about me, sir? Of course not. Where did you get an idea like that? Okay. About your statue, Mr. LeBlanc. I wonder if it might be a fake. See, my art is fake. The statue might be the target of an international smuggling ring. These would not dare. Certification of my cargo right here. I mean the certification document. Think, LeBlanc, why didn't you say so earlier? Please show it to us. Read this. What does it say? Hey, the cargo was put down to Europe. How's that, George? Too bad for you. This statue was brought on board in Europe, just as states in this certificate. It means that there never was a window of time in which the statue wasn't. Written in board Genius. The problem is, he could have just said that. How do we know he translated it correctly? We do know someone who can translate it, though. This, Cammy Neal can translate it. Respectfully disagree. We can't discount the theory until I see the statue for myself. flesh, look at yourself and see that I'm right. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, I've seen this somewhere before. That is not the correct statue, I don't think. Olive red. Oh, such a feeling of art. I can practically smell it. As Fork Valley unveiled at a museum in Europe. Brought it to the country to exhibit it. Give a closer look is warranted here. Look, but if you make tiny single fingerprint, take 10 million cents. Value of the statue itself. That's my value of time and loaning of my statue. Another minute, that will make your bill 11 million cents. Take this examination with greater haste. It's a fake. Wait. Yeah, it's a fake. Look at the eyes. Find something? Something wrong with this picture. We should examine it in more detail. Or worth 10 cents. Looks at how it sparkles, sir. Or call it sparkling, detected maybe more along the lines of dully shining. Here. Zangfa Express on the cloth, sir. Take a guess and say this delivery company is based in Zangfa. Being on the corner of my mind is out of place. These eyes made of some sort of gem. They have orange. I couldn't tell they were jewels. They remind me of the eyes of the stray cat that lived. This be the colors of possible statue. It is a fake. Any of the evidence.
Eureka!
Those eyes are awfully orange, don't you think? Remind me of something when I was in grade school, sir. I think you see what I'm talking about. You, but it's really like the color of the sun when it's setting, sir. We're standing out on that field, spinning with my arms out until I fell ill. Hear about sunsets. Focus detective. What color are the eyes in this photo? Red. As I thought, this statue is a fake. LeBlanc. Oh, I am busy, man. I'll give you 2 seconds for your answer. Olive red, I suppose this is your pride and joy, is it not? Biggest trophy on this European trip. One possesses statue. Trigger started 17 years ago. Have a chair, sir. It sounds like it's going to be a long story. I'm going to just skip the story. LeBlanc, I regret to inform you and have my heartfelt sympathy, but... What? You'll see. I'd like you to compare the eyes. Oh, there has very bright and pretty eyes compared to you. I could melt the two of us. There's a statue in front of us and the one in this photo. Oh. Oh, the statue on Europe. LeBlanc. That should be for us is a fake. Ooh, oh no, there's another possibility. They took the real statue off at the They took the real statue off at Zhangfa and replaced it with the fake one. Further examination was required. We have confirmed that this is indeed a fake. Be some sort of proof that this was brought on board in Zhangfa. Send to you evidence that will resolve the remaining contradiction. Okay. The dealer isn't looking too happy about it either. Or get to the bottom of this for his sake as well as mine. Tell this with a fake with a single glance, sir. Right away those eyes were total. Like a certain detective would try a little harder. Fake means it was swapped with the real one at some point. Out here, Zhangfa Express on the cloth, sir. On the corner of my mind as though something out of place. Oh, hey. Oh. Actually, stepping all over its neighbor's cloth cover. Resembles so in her attitude. Tense. That one was placed after the other one. But now, Awesome is not being stepped on by anyone. It's expensive for me to allow that to happen. Give the trespass of my subordinate. Give it the dress passes unless it's an expensive dress you keep it. Yeah. The evidence they hold. Problem is, this was loaded at the transfer point, and it's underneath the other one. Clearly a contradiction here. In the case of a cargo cover getting stuck underneath a piece of cargo. Possible. It shouldn't be this way, but the statue is on top of the cloth. Supposing that the neighboring piece of cargo was brought on board in Zhangfa. There's no way any part of it should wind up under something from Europe. It means that this fake statue was smuggled on board in Zhangfa. Cargo certificate. Ask in return, what about Agent Hicks? Why did he come down here in the middle of the flight? Well, one reason why is for proof of smuggling activity aboard this flight. Do that mid-flight. Could have just as easily inspected all the cargo after the plane landed. May be true, however, you have it backwards. Sure, Agent Hicks could have waited until after the plane had landed. He had a reason for coming down this cargo hold. They had found the fake at the airport. Would have been after the swap had occurred. At that time, the suspicion would naturally fall onto the statue's owner, who would have no way to prove the statue was switched without his knowledge. There was someone involved who was forging or modifying cargo certificates. Document in Borginian. to me the real version of this was gonna get nabbed. Huh? While this photo could be seen as nothing more than a simple souvenir, in fact taken to be reused as a reference document later on. And Hicks had to secure proof that smuggling had taken place. Came down here to take a picture of the cargo hold. Rather empty one at that, right before the fake statue could be loaded on board. Cargo would have been enough. For that, all he had to do was hold the Zhang Fa cargo crew and arrest the smuggler. Only goes to prove the theory. The statue was not in the cargo hold during the Europe Zhang Fa leg of the trip. There would have been enough height from which Agent Hicks could have fallen to his death. Move the statue immediately. Thorough examination of the floor underneath now. For my findings. Moving the olive red statue out of the way. Just the area under it with luminol, and there was a reaction. Lovely. Indication that there was blood in that spot. First, and then my deductions were correct after all. Hello. Hello, Arrested Controller. How are you doing? Yeah, we haven't even gotten into a courtroom yet, which is interesting. Probably why this is called investigations. Culprit cleaned the blood up well. I think the killer did that. How did the killer clean up all the blood? Oh, interesting, we can't actually investigate any part on this. Wait, yes, we can. Those in the eye sockets, they look just like real gems. Not real? I think the forgers would wait to that kind of money on a replica. A really great idea. You can probably find some rocks down by the river I can polish up to look like real jewels. Try that out and get one. I wonder if I should try to stop him if he is.
Take that!
The killer used the bloody cloth I found inside the suitcase. Yes. Blood before the plane. Thank God. Otherwise, the cargo crew would have covered it during the layover. Or happened before the plane landed in Thingfa. Timeline sensitive. If that is true, then that throws a certain person's testimony into doubt. Trying to beat Uncharted 4 on Crushing? I'm guessing that's a difficulty. One party just killing time. Ah, okay. Well, I appreciate you being here anyways. And good luck with that. Later. Crushing is max difficulty. Okay. Yeah, I don't know too much about Uncharted 4. It's not a game that I would normally play. Actually, don't think I even have a copy of it. That throws a certain person's testimony out. Murder occurred before we landed in Thingfa, then becomes highly suspect. This right here, Miss Meal's testimony. Cup of tea. The visuals are stunning for a game stage. Yeah, I think I've seen that bit at least. this right here, meals. Calmness meals testimony about Agent Hicks in regard to partisan talks. At 5 a.m. Agent Hicks was alive at the time of the service calls, but it's the facts, sir. I thought something. The only person who can answer that is myself. Oh, yay, to be continued. Yeah. I'm going to save this. Of evidence. Dating cargo. Save this here. And unfortunately, oh, well, yeah, replayability is always a good thing, too. Naughty Dog's made quite a few different types of games. And yeah, considering the time, I don't think I want to start this last part of this right now. So I'm probably going to have to finish this tomorrow. And then probably start episode 3 after. Because most likely there's maybe 1 or 2 pieces left of this one. This seems like a pretty long episode. So, yeah, probably finish this up tomorrow. Probably be trying to start around 3 p.m. Central and have a few hours to get through stuff. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you being here at least. Sometimes I go a bit longer, but usually not if I know there's going to be a good portion of left. But yeah, this week I'm mainly playing through this, and then I'm probably going to be shifting it to weekends because I'm planning to start Metroid Prime next. Oh, start the Metroid Prime trilogy. Actually, start the first game of the trilogy. Yeah, yeah, it's such a good game. I have, well, I have the Wii version of the trilogy, which I managed to grab before the Wii U eShop shut down, which was probably the cheapest way to get them. So I'm gonna play through those and hopefully be able to get the 4th one by the time I get done with those. I figure it might take me a few months. And then, well, I actually have 2 games to get. I have the 4th game to get, and I also have to get Zelda Skyward Sword because I'm planning to play the Zelda games in chronological order after I get done with the Metroid Prime games. And yeah, I originally played Metroid Prime on GameCube, and it was probably one of my favorite ones. So, anyways, that's gonna do it for today. But we'll be back tomorrow with a bit more of this. Oh, yeah, that I think that could be a pretty good amount of games to go through too. Yeah, not sure the Resident Evil games are ones that I would normally play either. But I've seen some people play some of them. Anyways, thanks for being here, and we'll see you later.